Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guide, the episode number 17 of the Unreal Engine beginner series. And in this video we are going to what I'm actually trying to do in this video is I'm trying to add a few finishing touches to our game, because our game is almost complete, almost, not completely, but still there are a couple of good finishing touches that we need to add. And of course there are the very end touches when you try to make your scene look a bit more beautiful. But for now what I want to add is a feature that you practically need in practically every game about guns, and this is going to be useful for any game, because for any game you do have pickups, and if you have got pickups then you should basically know how to create a pickup system that's efficient, does not require too much hard coding, and is also really good. So we are going to create a pickup system in this game, and also because we are going to implement a an ammo system for our gun basically. So what I'm going to do in order to do that is I'm going to open up my player where we are doing the actual shooting, and in here you can see we have got a bunch of variables. I'm going to add a new variable here called ammo. Now for this we are going to keep it simple, not have magazines and stuff, just simple ammos, because my main purpose is to show you what do you call it, pickups. My main purpose is to show you pickups. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under here in this event tick, and then I'm going to now basically what we want to check that we have got ammo before we shoot. But the idea is that you don't need to add two branches to do that. You can use a special node called and boolean. Now this basically allows you to have a bunch of booleans, and all of them actually form one boolean basically. That's the idea behind it, that's how it works. So basically you've got a few booleans, you can have two or more. You can also have more than two by clicking this add pin button, and then you basically check that. So for this I'm going to go ahead and say greater than integer greater than integer, and for this integer I'm going to leave it at 0, and for the above one I'm going to put ammo. So if our ammo is greater than 0 and we are shooting, then we are going to actually start shooting. And if that is the case, then once we for the shooting we are going to, after we have done shooting, not really after we have done shooting, before we do anything else, okay, let's actually do it first. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go ahead and get my ammo, and you can use say minus minus, which means decrement integer. Now this automatically subtracts 1 from the integer, which is pretty awesome, and it should automatically subtract 1, not going to cause any problems. And this is pretty much enough for our ammo system. Now obviously we want to actually show this ammo, so I'm going to open up my UI, and then I'm going to open up my main game UI, and in here we can just basically copy this text core, and then I'm going to anchor it to the bottom right, and I'm going to set this to be 0 and 0, and for the Y I'm going to set this to be 1, and then I'm going to set its position on the X to be somewhat like -100, not -100, -50, and then I'm going to increase this to around -100, maybe that's a bit too much, -80. Okay, so I'm going to change this to have ammo here instead of score, and this is basically what we want. Now for the binding, I'm going to create a binding here, and for that function particularly I'm going to change it to get ammo, like the other one. And in here you can also see basically that I've got my get score here as well, and for the score I'm going to basically copy everything here, and I'm going to go here and paste it. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to take this return node and put it there, then I'm going to put this in here, and then that in there, and then put this in here. That's amazing. Now for this score, instead of taking score, we are going to take ammo this time, get ammo, and we are going to put that, and instead of appending it to score we are going to append it to ammo. It's practically as simple as that. And I'm going to go under my player, and by the way let me increase the sound of this explosion a bit more, because .4 I guess. Okay, I have set it to an extremely low amount because it sometimes causes problems in the video. I mean the sound sometimes appears too large. So anyways, once you have done that, I'm going to go under my event graph, and I'm going to select my, that's not expected, you can put it back. Okay, I'm going to select my ammo, and by default I'm going to put an ammo of 10. Now if I hit play, you should see we have say get 10 for our ammo. I shoot once it does not work actually. Okay. For some reason that is not there anymore, I guess. Okay, so now if I shoot, you can see that becomes 9, 8, 7, and that becomes 0. So basically, yeah, shooting works, and now I cannot shoot anymore, and the enemy appears, and if he starts attacking me, I cannot do anything to protect myself from him, and he keeps attacking me until I actually die, and then kind of have to go back to the menu and start the game. Okay, so basically now this is working. So what we want to do now is we want to add in a system for having like ammo pickups around our scene. Now for the actual pickup thing, for the the actual real pickup functionality, we are going to implement that in the next video, not in this one. But for in this video, what we are going to implement is a system to actually increase our ammo. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under here and I'm going to add in a let's say well, not really a function. We can just what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and say k. Okay, let's say k, I guess, and I'm going to just search for, like, you can press whatever letter you want. You can press something like q, and you want to find out, you should, if you go down, you should see that we have got a something called keyboard events here, which happens to have an event called q. Now this q that we have got here is basically called when the q key is pressed. It's just like this attack event, but it does not have a name, and it's just hard coded. It's not a good practice to use this, but we are going to use them because this is just for testing, not for anything else. So this will occur whenever we press the q key, and what we want to do when we press the q key is we want to go and say set ammo, and for this we are going to take our ammo, and then we are going to go plus, and then we are going to come on, okay, and then we are going to add a particular amount to our ammo, and let's say that amount is 10. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so now if I go in here and if I press q, then my ammo, you can see, increases to 20. Again, pressing it increases it to further, and you can increase it to whatever you want basically for now. But we will using this, basically we will be using this function. Instead of having q, we will have a custom event here that we will use from the actual pickup class. In the next video we will implement that. Before I end this video, I want to add a little more like a nice touch to our game by going under blueprints and UI and opening up the main game UI, and we are going to add a border to these these texts. So I'm going to select this score, and after selecting this, I'm going to add it a border to it. So I'm going to go under the appearance, and then I'm going to go under outline settings and add an outline of around like 5. And then for this ammo, I'm going to do the same. Now this makes it stand out a lot more and be kind of visible no matter what the background is like. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, and this is pretty much it for this video. In the next video, we'll obviously implement the actual pickup functionality. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe, and okay, he's facing the other way, and well, bye.